Before we get into the worst episode of The Sweep that you'll ever hear, let's talk about today's sponsor. It's Efren. Have you ever got banned from Discord or had a problem with your server being taken down? Then Efren is the person you want to talk to. Go to kiwifarms.com/Efren and then use our special promo code TheSweep for 50% off today.
Him, her, whatever. Yeah, whatever pronoun Dawn wants to use today. Him, her, they, this.
Okay, so
Can I label you them and there for the rest of the podcast?
What is your bullshit pronoun this time?
No,
Is it disgusting?
Can you tell us?
No, my pronouns are him,
Can I
he.
use them? You know how hard it is sometimes to use them, they, and their?
That's why I don't use them. I'm
we
gender
just say
neutral,
this
but I don't
gender
use the
shit is
pronouns.
bullshit?
Elvis, stop opening that letter. Stop opening that letter.
From
Can
O'Reilly's.
you go to your room?
Motherfucker, we trying to record here? I'm out here asking about AKon?
Alright, so AKon.
AKon was trash this year. I wasn't even there.
That's a shoestring.
That's still
That's
a shoestring.
What about now?
It's still shut up. It's still a shoestring.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't change pronouns. That's people that are gender fluent. That's different. Gender fluent and gender neutral are two different gender identities.
What do you like, gender diarrhea or something?
No, what are you talking about?
So explain the difference.
Gender neutral do not identify as a gender. They normally use they, them, but they can also use either pronouns, depending on the preference. Gender fluid changes genders or identifies as all of them.
So, do you not have so you don't have a preference, but your pronouns preference males?
Yeah, I prefer male pronouns, though I do not consider myself a male.
That's stupid.
To not catch fire, I don't think we should add any of this in the podcast.
Please don't.
We're gonna catch a really big fire.
It depends what
To be
Sober
fair,
Don thinks about.
This is coming from a queer, so who gives a shit?
That boy's on Queer Street.
Yeah, way to throw it out there in the fucking podcast, huh?
Oh no, I won't consider you gay unless you take that blow pop and just put it in your ass.
Jesus Christ. Alright, can we just get to the fucking podcast? God damn.
That's some kinky stuff.
So, AKon.
Wait, hold on. Let's play the intro.
You are listening to
The Sweep.
Gotta sweep.
exclusively on YouTube.
All praise the YouTube overlord.
I can't believe you've done this.
So we're talking about that AKon music, Convict.
No,
yeah,
yeah,
Juan just farted.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about the real AKon.
Yeah, I'm gonna interview you guys because I heard it was trash.
Okay, 3 out of the 4 people in this room went.
I didn't go because I saw the changes to Fair Park. I'm like, nah.
You know what? By you not going, the only thing you saved yourself was not spending $1 per water. That's what you saved yourself. Because it was hot.
Well, when we found out about the free water refills.
At Wild Bucks or whatever? Wild Bills?
Oh, wait, I forgot that it was just me, Randy, and Josh. No. Oh, I guess I never told you that. No, Academy set up a booth that you could go and fill up your water bottle with cold water.
Yeah, wasn't it at the end by the autographs?
No, it was over by, so, the two buildings, the autograph building and then whatever building with the fountain in between. On the very end of the buildings, there was a little booth, the ones that had the fans that blow cold water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we saw those.
Yeah, you fill up your water bottle. It's cold water.
Oh.
I didn't know it was cold water.
Yeah, because we paid like $2 for a bottle of water from the barbecue thing.
Uh-huh.
And then ever since that day, I was like, man, I don't want to pay that much, so we're going to start bringing water bottles. So that's what we did. But the water gets hot like within an hour. So I actually was on the AKon Facebook group and somebody posted about, hey, there's refills at the Academy booth.
Oh, okay. So if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about the 2019 AKon convention, anime convention.
Which is AKon 30.
AKon 30. I have not been to the last 29. Right. Wait, isn't AKon actually the longest running anime convention?
It is.
Yeah, it's the longest running anime convention in North America.
Right, because, when you think about it, anime is still, in America, still very new, technically speaking. AKon, okay, this is my first AKon, and if anyone doesn't know, this is the first time that AKon did something extreme.
No.
Extreme.
First off, I've been to multiple AKons, and they all suck.
Oh.
Even when they were in, the Hilton Anatole? No.
That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, but it was trash back then, too.
So it was Forky.
Yes, it was forky.
The only thing that sucked about the Hilton one was just the long-ass walk to the Artist Alley and Dealers.
That's what I'm saying. They always misorganize the space that they're allowed to use.
And that place was just too small for AKon's growing community.
Now, from my understanding, because I didn't go to the one in Fort Worth, that was the best one that they had layout-wise.
Oh, yeah, in the autographs, like, the way they did autographs was amazing.
What, in the Fort Worth one?
Yes.
But actually, we agreed that the way they did autographs in this one was still pretty good.
Well, I don't like the split up between lines because in Fort Worth, they had it to where you got one ticket and then you basically went through a line of the entire group.
Yeah, the first Anime Fest I went to was like
Yeah,
that.
Anime Fest does that as well.
And that's where I gave Todd his birthday cake.
Yeah.
Did he touch you?
No, he didn't touch me.
Oh, too bad.
I do have a picture of him hugging me.
Oh, he hugged you? That's
Yeah.
sexual harassment.
No, it was
in about 5
completely
years, you can get on
consensual.
Twitter and talk about
I
it.
went out of my way to buy him a cake.
You need to come forward as a victim right now.
No, fuck that.
When you say cake, quotations...
It's your pussy, right?
That cake, yeah.
It's your pussy, right? And he ate your cake in front of you.
I mean, I'm just kidding. He did.
Juan's getting uncomfortable.
He posted a video about it.
I just saw a penis.
Why you look at my phone?
Dang.
Okay.
Well, you don't
back
got none of
to
the penises
AKon.
on your phone.
Trap ones.
Ooh, they must be small.
I want to see.
Very small.
Hell no. Okay, we're not gonna get off subject. We're not gonna get off subject right here, okay?
My eyes only.
Well, I'm Daddy White.
Daddy White.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Wrong.
And I'm El Pollo Loco.
El pollo loco.
JDF was like, hey, give me a rim job. I'd be like, Tiger Sword. And I would give him a rim job.
Miss Beach.
Miss Beach.
Recess is over.
I'm hot for teacher.
That might work with other substitute teachers.
Trap Lover 69. It's like the highway between Fort Worth and Dallas.
Trap Lover 69.
Activated my trap card.
Suck.
But yeah, you know what did suck? AKon.
Did it? I mean...
Oh, you literally said to us while we were sitting there, you were like, yeah, this is probably one of the worst cons I've ever been to.
Yeah, it was only the venue. Like, everything else was fine.
The thing is, the venue would have been fine if they could figure out their layout. Everything was way too separated.
That's the problem. I don't think the venue could ever been fine.
So, if anyone doesn't know, you enter through the gate,
Yeah.
and the very first thing you can get to is where the voice actors were. She actually made a really good point. Why couldn't pre-registration be there?
And the gaming section be there. And have autographs where all that was.
Yeah. Even though we say it sucked, and AKon had a lot of good things about it,
Yeah.
but the venue where they had the voice actors and stuff and all the panels was relatively small compared to everything else. Think about that.
But if you separated that, so registration for so long, and then have the board games there, and then have the gaming and computers and the big games in the other building.
See, the only thing I do agree on is where they had the video games and everything else was the area was so big. They could have downsized that and they could have used it for something else.
Well, and just like the panels was in one big room just separated by curtains. So there was no noise cancellation.
Oh, it's terrible.
So you could hear every other panel.
God, that sounds awful.
It was pretty bad.
Oh, it was. The panel rooms were bad. Like, that's where registration and the gaming should have been.
I mean...
Oh, you are. You are a conversion.
I am very much conversion.
You had one day at Anime Fest 2018, and then 2 days at AKon 2019, and then RimsCon all 3 days.
All 3 days, yeah.
So that's all you've had.
That's all I've had.
I've went to Anime Fest forever. I feel like it's forever. It has to be like 5 or 6 years that I've been going.
Yeah.
Coming up is the only year I haven't gone, and it hurts my heart.
I went to AKon 2012, 2013. Then I started up 2017, 18, and 19. And I went to Anime Fest 17, 18. And I went to RimsCon 18 and Anime Dallas 18.
I went to AKon Anime Fest from 2012. No, I want to say 2013 or 14. I've only been to like 4 or 5 times.
I think you've talked about 13 because that was the con that we were both at, but we wouldn't have known back then.
It's really hard because if you think about it, me and Don have been in the same place at the same time and probably never knew it.
Yeah. Josh saw that one furry guy and was like, yeah, it's my coworker. And you were like, I went to school with that guy.
Oh.
James?
Oh, James, yeah. James. I went to school with James. He was always a weird... Elvis, seriously.
Dr. Closet. Well, he's supposed to be our live studio audience.
For real,
it's
he's
Dark
not
Veil
clapping
anymore.
for us.
Remember last time our live studio audience just couldn't stop laughing?
Ghetto Kaiba.
Yeah. But
I like having a live studio audience.
But anywho, so the guy we saw was James. He was a furry, and he was there, I guess, with his girlfriend. He says he has a girlfriend. I'm still not sure yet. The jury's still out.
It's like Rise Gum. You have a girlfriend, but I can tell you a little gay.
Yeah, for real.
There's always
yeah,
that
was always
curiosity
interesting.
going
But
on.
you know what? Back in high school, we always knew that was going to happen because we'd be in computer webmastering, and he would play a game called Shinobi Knights, which was about Naruto, obviously.
He's a weeb.
Oh, bro, we used to make
remember
fun.
that.
We used to make
it was
fun
a
of
straight Naruto ripoff.
Yeah, bro, we used to roast him so bad. Not to name drop, but a guy that I know, his name is
Carlos Cruz Rodriguez Martinez Lopez.
His sister had the biggest titties, but she still does have really big titties. Her name is Patricia. She still has really big titties.
You have to censor all this shit.
You're gonna have to because she's definitely on my Facebook.
Bro, I used to roast him so hard. This kid used to cry.
God, like Elvis.
I'm surprised he still talks to me. I'm like, you don't remember all the... Well, I didn't do mean crap to him back in high school, but a lot of the people around me did, so it kind of associated me with him.
So you're a bully?
I was not a bully. I just was around them.
He's a bully.
I was in the background laughing because it was funny as fuck.
Can I just ask something?
What?
How the fuck is this related to AKon?
You right?
The one big positive I will say from AKon that I found, which I've never really been to AKon since my first year, the dealer's room in the artist alley was huge. Tons of room to walk around, tons of things to see.
I got news for you.
Huge.
It's always been that big.
That's what she said.
The real positive I see is they finally... All this time, finally milled badges.
Yeah.
Because last year, AKon was atrocious.
Oh, God, that 7 years, that's what it felt like. 7 hour wait for our badges.
So, I realized, the first time I went to AKon, I didn't pre-order my badge.
Yep.
I bought it same day. I looked at that pre-order line and I was like, I'm just going to spend this extra money so I can spend more time at the con because it's always that bad.
Yeah, the mail badges thing was amazing.
We got to get Juan's opinion real quick. So with everything we've said about AKon so far, we haven't said much though, but so far,
from what I saw in the complaints in the Facebook group, the shit y'all showed me on Snapchat, no.
Do you have any questions?
Not really. I mean, like I said, just from my judgment alone from the pictures I saw, the videos, it's atrocious. So all in all, for the newcomer, did you have fun?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, so...
For the most part, I had fun, but the heat was terrible. There was a lot of walking, and to even go anywhere that was mildly priced right, because the food trucks the prices were retarded.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry to say it. The prices were retarded. But luckily they were close enough to the gate where you can walk out, like half a mile?
Not even that. Actually, yeah, it was definitely a farther walk than just walking into downtown Dallas, which is what we're used to at the, Sheraton. You know, just walk down the street and there's a noodle shop on your right. You got Subway. You got other restaurants. It was a little bit farther walk, but not much. But yeah, those food trucks, $12 for two chicken strips and some fries.
$8 for 2 tacos.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, though, growing up where I grew up and growing up in that area, that is a very bad area. So these people going out into that area, you don't know how bad that area is. It's pretty bad.
I thought downtown was bad. I thought the airport was bad. So Anime Dallas was bad. AKon was bad. Anime Fest and stuff. No, Fair Park is 10 times worse.
Well, yes it is. But also you have to think about it. AKon is a 24-hour con. So at a certain time, the Fair Park is going to close, in which you had to find a way to go to all these other places. Like, I think it was like an Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, Alamo Draft House in North Dallas was one area, and then the Omni in downtown was another area.
The Omni in downtown, you know how far that is from Fair Park? That's
you know how far Alamo Draft House is?
Still far, yes. That's all
farther.
Far. Yeah, it's far.
Yeah, and they had shuttles, but in the time that you're waiting for a shuttle in this sketchy neighborhood, to get all the way to where you want to be, there's no point. There's no point.
No, I'm sorry. Even though I can't. Honestly, I can't.
No. I mean, I'm just trying to eat at McDonald's, but I get asked for money 5 times.
Yeah.
See, that's the funny thing. In downtown, you get accosted for money while you're walking to the restaurant. Once you're in the restaurant, you're in the clear, right? Not at Fair Park. They follow you in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
And all the restrooms are locked in all of these fast food joints, so if you want to use the restroom, you have to go to the counter, say, hey, I need to use the restroom, and be like, yes, I did buy something, and then they give you this big old restroom key that looks like a police baton. You go unlock it, use the restroom, lock it back up.
Yeah, Randy was like, somebody's in the bathroom, but it says open. And I was like, oh, so I go and get the key for her. And I was like, she just doesn't know the struggle of, poor neighborhoods.
As someone who's been to AKon many times, in my honest opinion, they should just cancel this year. So that way, new management and all this shit, they should just cancel it and just get everything together for next year.
We don't know the schedules of everyone's event halls and places that they were, so, everyone could have been booked up till freaking 2020, honestly. That's probably why they chose Fair Park. It seems to only be the only good venue that was open, because nothing goes on in Fair Park other than they have the pavilion, which concerts go on, and then they have the state fair, and that's the only things that go on over there.
The one that really gets me is the same time AKon was happening, the Mega Fest for the country music was happening at Dos Equis,
Rascal Flats.
which was right down the street.
Yes.
They had the opera going on Fair Park grounds, and they had AKon. So I was like, man, I think for me, the heat is what got me the most. Having to stand outside to get into the dealer's room, it was hot. And then what really gets me is where the dealer's room there's restrooms that have doors inside and outside. Well, at some point, you had to walk forever to get to a restroom. I think it was funny that me and Randy just left, and we were like, we're going to the restroom, and you were like, it's
and they
right
left
there.
the dealer's room to go to the restroom, and there's a restroom in there.
We went to the one we knew, and I tapped Anthony on the shoulder and was like, hey, where's the restroom? Is there a restroom closer? And he ignored me, and Randy asked you, and you ignored her, so we were like, you know what?
I was looking at this Charizard card in a frame. I'm sorry, I was very obsessed with it, and I thought I was going to get it, and I didn't.
Yeah, and I was looking at Anthony looking at the Charizard in the frame.
Well, either way, we asked, and you guys didn't answer, so we solved our own problem, okay? We left.
So I have a story about the bathrooms. So in the very, very right corner of our area, there was this really weird, overgrown area, but there was a bathroom there for some reason. And it was making me nervous because nobody was there. Everything was grass was growing through the bricks and stuff. And there was just a fat black security lady with her arms crossed, looking at me what you doing, white boy? And I'm like...
Did she have that accent?
Sure. And I was just... trying to go to the bathroom, so I go to the bathroom, only one in the bathroom because it's in the very corner of the park with nobody there. So I'm just peeing, minding my own business, and I turn around because nobody else is in the bathroom to zip up. And as I'm zipping up, Bruce Elliott walks into the bathroom, old as dirt. He's the voice of Captain Ginyu from Dragon Ball Z. And I'm like, oh, Mr. Elliott, this is an awkward place to meet you. And he was like, what are you talking about? This is the best place to meet people. And I was like, you're right. We should have all the signings in bathrooms. And he just started laughing. So, yeah. Well, is there anything else? Oh.
I would say my wish for AKon next year.
What's your wish for AKon next year?
Oh, I didn't say mine.
Back in fucking Fort Worth. I actually love it over there. Still have the mail badges. One, very important one. Leon Chiro.
Okay. My wish is just that it's not in the damn heat.
Dude, you're in Texas.
This was a very much growing pain.
One other thing that really bothered me is that panels would be canceled and they wouldn't tell anybody. How are you going to give us an app for a schedule?
All right, let's hold on. That's for part 2 after the commercial break. We will definitely talk about canceled panels.
Well, just to let everybody know, it's...
Slap House Friday.
That scared the
Finally
cat.
got enough people for a 7-mile spanking machine. Ha!
My poor pussy jumped.
If you don't know, Slap Friday is the Omegle question. So what do we want to ask Omegle related to the topic?
What's their favorite con?
What color is an orange? True or false?
What?
Why do I have a purple butthole?
What causes purple bubbles?
You got it. Why do I have a purple butthole? Oh, apparently butthole isn't one word. So we'll definitely continue this after the commercial break, but I just want to make sure that we have a little bit of the actual day in here. So
I hope someone tells me why I'm a purple butthole.
Yeah, so we can make sure that these strangers on Omegle can properly discuss the topic at hand, which is clearly purple buttholes.
Dude, your pussy wants my nuts.
Oh, man. My pussy definitely wants your nuts.
It's nice and salty.
All right, we'll be back after this quick commercial break.
Wait, hold on. Before the commercial break, I got our first response to the question. Stranger 1 said, yum, and Stranger 2 said Thanos. Question mark. Now to this quick commercial break.
That's a knee slapper.
By now, you probably heard about Efren, the #1 dick sword lawyer on the face of the planet. It does my heart good to know that I can post the dankest memes without the risk of my server being taken down or my account being banned. And for a limited time only, he's doing a special 50% off promotion only for the Sweep listeners. Go to kiwifarms.com/Efren and use our special promo code THESWEEP for 50% off his services today.
And we're back from that short commercial break.
Yay!
Yay.
We have a new guest that is circulated in.
Hello.
Rude, but okay.
Right. But what happened to our last guest? I mean, Juan was just here.
Yeah, well, see, things happen and emergencies come up, and he had to answer his phone, and then we asked him who it was, and he said, I don't know, but I gotta leave.
Yeah, he might have had a sudden, trap call.
So our new guest is...
Ghetto Kai Ba Ba Ba.
I sacrifice my enraged battle ox and $5 to summon Blue Eyes John C.
If y'all didn't know, Ghetto Kaiba is a dueling master.
I'm the best dueling master.
That is debatable.
When he's not in a competition.
He does pretty well as long as he's not around, true Yu-Gi-Oh! Nerds. You can't beat those guys.
I'll whoop some noobs any day.
Wow.
Where did we leave off with AKon?
Well, we're still on the Omegle stuff, so... Because it is Slap Ass Friday, do we still want to ask about why do I have a purple butthole?
Yes, I want to see those responses.
Alright, so we'll continue asking that, and I'll inform you if anybody has some breaking news on that.
Yes.
But,
asking people on Omegle?
Yeah. Slap Ass Friday, man.
They're surprisingly responsive, too.
Yeah.
I remember those days years ago.
Me and Ghetto Kaiba went to every single day of AKon, unlike Anthony that only went the last 2 days.
Hey, there was things I had to take care of, and I couldn't go the whole 4 days and be a nerd and sweat.
Woman you had to do. Work you had to do.
Yeah, I didn't feel like sweating for 4 days, like a pig, so...
You didn't sweat too bad.
I sweat pretty bad. Well, the whole first day was nothing but autographs.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. Kind of. Also, the building that you go into to get the autographs at the state fair has a girl with a hurt knee and her titties out.
Wait a minute, hold on. I think I remember who you were talking about.
There's a photo.
Oh.
Pass the photo.
Oh. Those some nice titties, though.
Oh. You mean a painting?
Yeah. Not an actual person.
No, there were plenty of people there with their titties out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Icarus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having lost properties. Ooh, I got a couple photos of those.
Man, that... Oh, I like how our friend Deborah tried to talk to her, and we were like, Deborah, no.
Oh, and Demon Lord Malim. Oh, she was pretty hot. Pretty nice, too.
I think the funniest thing was Bruce Elliott. When I went to go get an autograph from him, he's the narrator of Devil's a Part-Timer, and he didn't even remember he narrated it. So he's like, I'll take your word for it. I'm quite old.
Wow. That's bad when you don't even know, so you're just going to take someone's word for it. You know what? Yeah, I was in it, I guess.
Well, he also saw me with my pants, unzipped in the bathroom.
What were you doing?
Peeing?
Fans remember what you did, but
Are
you don't
you
remember
sure you
what
weren't
did.
Doing fan service?
Maybe. But he's so old, he wouldn't even get up to take a picture with me. I just had to, take a selfie with him while he was sitting down.
Oh, yeah, where it's like, I can't bother to be stand up. Let me lean over and awkwardly take a
what's
picture.
funny is, every, panel he went to, he would, get there late, and then he would take out a handkerchief and wipe his head because it's so hot and he's so old.
I mean, altogether, everywhere except for, the artist alley and the registration and game area were extremely hot.
Yeah.
Even the lines, it wasn't that cool in there.
And Josh got to meet Chris G, which is his favorite character from Demon Lord.
Christopher Guerrero, the main voice actor of Overlord, Ainz Ul Gon.
Yeah.
Oh, his
he
voice
did the
shakes
voice
me.
for him.
Oh, it shakes me so much.
You need to contact him and get him to record an intro for you for the podcast.
Yeah.
Should.
He'll probably do it for $5 in his driver's license.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Y'all do y'all's thing.
Okay. I know him mostly from being the announcer of Death Battle.
Oh, he's also the announcer of Death Battle? Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ghetto Kaiba.
Yes.
So on the last one, right before we end, we kind of said what do you personally feel about AKon this year? Because what AKons have you been to?
I've been to 2015. I've been to last year's, and I've been to the most previous one.
So Trap Lover said that his favorite was the one in Fort Worth, which was last year's. Yeah, or the year before that one.
That was last year.
Last year, he said that was his favorite one. What is your opinion on this one versus the other ones you've been to?
Okay, the line to get the badges wasn't 7 hours long.
That's a plus. Well, yeah, that's what he said. His first thing was mailing the badges were a big thing.
Well, I didn't get my badge mailed. I had to wait in line, but it was for
But
like
the line wasn't bad, though.
It was like it was good. It was like for 15 minutes instead of 7 hours, so I actually had time to do, stuff that day. Kind of. But compared to last year...
Well, you had your nagging wife last year.
Ex-wife.
Yeah,
it could have been... They both had their ups and downs. Overall, I'd still say this year is a little bit better, mainly because I can actually enjoy my time there.
Okay, let's say that... Let's put it up in scenarios. Let's say you still had your ex-wife with you and you had to go to this event. How much would that change? Well, I'll tell you how much it'll change. She won't want to be out in the heat. I'll just say that much right now.
Well, his ex-wife was there one day.
Yeah. She went for a little bit.
A little bit.
It kind of ruined the day a little bit. But it was fun. I enjoyed the rest of the day.
So, what did you think of, like, the distance in the venue and everything?
It was more annoying because once you got out of one thing, you didn't have time to get there before the next thing you wanted to go to.
You know what? That's one thing that I got, too, is that the times were underestimated. Because you would think, like, oh, it's not going to take me any time. Because, like you said, it used to be, like, in the Sheraton and stuff like that. So, what's your walk time top? Like, what, 5 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, because the next panel, like, they're 15 minutes apart. At best, 15 minutes apart of what you want to go to. And, stuff you want to go to overlaps with each other. And you don't have time to actually... get there. But, sometimes, the voice actors don't show up, or the panel people just don't show up.
We have a bad story about panels not showing up.
It's the same people for the morning and the afternoon, and they just never came the last day.
And I like how it was the panel, and the My Hero panel was going to be, like, the biggest one. I don't know how many people were in line, and
for that small little panel.
And y'all were in line for, what, like, 2 hours or some crap like that? And we joined in and we stayed in line for about 45 minutes. It's come to find out that no one was coming.
Yeah.
The people that announced it to us thought we were going to riot. I was like...
I mean, I'm surprised people didn't get really upset.
Yeah, actually, I thought people were about to start really getting upset, and I was getting kind of tense, too, because I was like, man, I know they're all weak, but if there's a lot of them,
It's power in numbers.
It's power in numbers.
You know what's funny? We've been talking about the Vic stuff lately and doing all the recording stuff, but Tina Ballard, she flirts and does everything as much as, like, I've ever seen Vic do.
Agreed.
I almost had to press charges on her for looking so fine in that dress.
She was so
When I took a picture with her
headshots, though.
I put my hands in my pocket because, I'm taking a picture with a very attractive female. So I was like, I'm just, like, when it's a guy or, like, it's kind of messed up, but not as an attractive female, right. I don't really have a problem, like, putting my hand around them or something like that, but I didn't even want to, like, make the assertion that I was doing anything weird.
Right.
So I just put my hands in my pocket. This chick pushed me pushed my arm out of my pocket and did the wrap around with her leg up and then held my chest.
Oh, yes, man, you must be you know what? You must be a Vic supporter.
And nobody's going to care.
No, no one's going to care.
Nobody's going to say anything. But when Vic, like, pulls a girl close to him and, like, rests his head on her head and takes a photo with her, that's weird.
Yeah, and the only reason she's doing that because she appreciates her fans. Like, I went up and talked to her.
And she knows she's attractive.
Yeah. I mean, I went up to her and talked to her, and, I don't know her that well, and I think that's actually my second time seeing her, because I saw her, last year, right? No, last year, Anime Fest.
Yeah.
And that's my second time seeing her, but she was so nice and just so welcoming and stuff like that, and, like, it's okay to be appreciative, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Within reason.
We have an update on the purple butthole question.
Sweet.
One person said because you bought it. Like, I bought a purple butthole sex toy or something.
Okay.
Should be weird. Another person said because, and then another stranger said you turning into a Smurf or something.
Or something.
Is that Trevor?
Something. I don't know. But let's go to Tony Oliver.
Man.
He looks like everybody's dad.
He does.
When I think of a dad, I think of Tony Oliver.
Yeah, he started running in the panel and he was tired.
No, what's funny is Bruce R. Elliott did the voice of Mechazoid in Power Rangers, so I knew about that. But
wait, he was the one that did the voice of the Megazord?
Yeah,
that Megazord initiated.
Yeah, that was him. Tony Oliver, I didn't know was the voice of, what is it?
Saba.
Saba, which is the White Ranger's...
Yeah, he's the voice of the White Ranger's dagger that talks and it's sentient.
Yeah. I did not know that. Like, when I was looking up all the stuff, it wasn't listed under the websites that I was looking at. So I went up there, got his autograph and stuff, and then I look and I see it, and then I got it for you, because I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, so, well, the cool part about that was, see, I'm not as good as, like, you with the voice actors and stuff, so a lot of times I don't know what they do. Yeah. And when I found out he did that, and you already got me that, and we went up into his line, I saw he had I didn't know he was Minato from Naruto. So
that's his biggest role.
Yeah, and Minato is one of my favorite characters, so I instantly got a autograph from him, and we had a really nice conversation, actually.
Yeah, he's definitely a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, he's surprising, because we were talking about it, and I was like, "You really haven't done a lot of voice acting?" He goes, "No, not really." He's like, but he was talking about the shows that he produces and shows that he has coming out, and I was like, "So you're more behind the scenes?" He goes, "I'm a big behind the scenes guy."
Yeah, just like the Android 16 we were just talking about. He was like, well, he doesn't get a lot of big roles ever since that. Well, no, he produces and directs a lot of stuff.
Right. A lot of skill to that.
Yeah, it definitely. And it pays more.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
It pays a lot more.
Yeah.
And of course, Lisa was there, from Tekken, and me and Randy
you were willing to put your arm around, right?
Yeah.
You know what? She's one of the ones that's maybe, like, we'd say, like, the one of, like, the less attractive, but for some reason, when she spoke her Japanese, though, it kind of made me attracted to her.
Oh, yeah, it was hot. Well, you got to remember, she's pretty old. She's a lot older than you may think. When she was real young, she was into boxing and everything and mixed martial arts.
We talked about this. I was like, I'm pretty sure when she was younger, she was a dime
She
piece.
was, yes, very attractive.
She was a dime times 2. She was 20 cents.
There's a male and female talking on the Purple Butthole train right now. On this Omingle. The male going deep asking, do you want to chat on Instagram? Oh, girl was like, nah.
Man, that Purple Butthole segue almost got it. Hey, what's that one thing you said that you would post on, and like you just post like a picture or something, and someone would be like, oh, how big are your tits, or like what that ass do?
Oh, Whisper. Post stuff like, oh man, I'd be at work and be like, oh, it's so boring here at work. And I'll be like, what's everybody up to? And I'll just get like 6 messages, how them tits look. And I'm like, well, we were the very first people in the Morganberry line, which was amazing. And I dropped like $75, I think, on her.
I mean, she seemed really happy to see you when she recognized you.
Yeah, so she didn't recognize me the first time. I told her, I was like, I'm dying, because we've never met before. And she didn't really get it. And like, I was like saying all the stuff I wanted. And she was like, oh, like it's this price and this price. I was like, yeah, I'm aware. And then I gave her handler like the $80 and got my change. And I sent her a picture on Instagram. I was like, it's so nice to meet you. And she was like, come back. I didn't realize it was you. So we went back the next day and I talked to her for a while. And then I told her goodbye when it was on the last day. Yeah,
on the last day when you saw her and talked to her, then I came up to her and I was like, well, it's finally nice to meet the person that he sits in my living room and counts your whatever.
Oh, the stars.
Yeah, count your stars. As like it's nice to meet you.
So, when I met Chris, I think it's Beavis, most of the voice actors, after the Vic controversy, they'll ask you, like, is it okay if we touch, or do you not want to? But for some reason, I just went up to him and, like, put my arm around his shoulder, and we took the picture, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have asked you. And as a joke, he, like made a yug face and wiped his shoulder off, and he's like, I'm kidding.
I don't even know. Okay, if Chris is a Vic supporter or not? It didn't get brought up because he when we took it, he asked do you want to take a picture? Do it for free? It's like, yes, I would love a picture. And he put his arm around me. And it's like, okay, this is cool.
Well, you also have an issue with personal touching.
Chris Guerrero, or whatever his name is.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. He's real new to it. So he's coming from being a fan. Because remember, before this, he was like Death Battle. He was an amateur voice actor.
Sponsored by Efren. Go to kiwifarms.com/Efren to start your free trial.
Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties.
Windows decided to update.
Coming out of these technical difficulties, that was great. Computer just shuts off.
What was the last thing we were talking about?
We were talking about Chris G.
And if he's a Vic supporter or not, but he's too new into the anime world.
Right.
Ainz is his first major role, so I can see that. He's had minor roles.
Oh, yeah.
Considerably minor roles.
The only quote-unquote Vic supporter we know of is Chuck Huber and Todd Havercorn.
I guess no one else wants to get into this debacle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be like a newish voice actor or someone that's just kind of got their first like major role, I would not want to get in this controversy neither.
Yeah.
Because you got to realize, with this controversy, a lot of people were getting blacklisted. You don't want to get blacklisted if you just started.
You know who isn't a big supporter is Ian St. Clair. Oh my goodness, the conversation I had with him was fine.
Oof.
Are you talking about the one where you
embarrassed
mistaken him for someone else?
Yeah. He embarrassed himself, which is hilarious.
Good thing he doesn't feel embarrassment.
Yeah. It's not only that, I just said some other weird remarks, like asking if his agent was also his lawyer, and just a bunch of other things.
Just weird
he had
stuff.
Some NDAs.
I only saw Ian for Black Clover. He was Magna. That's the only reason I saw him.
Oh, he was some characters actually I like, but his line was pretty long, so I didn't...
Yeah, he was really popular.
He signed my Wii Pop. He's the only pitcher I didn't get because he charges 20 for a pitcher.
20 for a pitcher?
Yeah, everybody else was either 10 or 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine was free.
Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed how cheap most people's autographs were. Like, most of the autographs were not that expensive.
$20, pretty much.
No, that's expensive, but most of them were 10. You got to remember, the con we come from Realms Con.
Oh, God.
Everyone was 20 to 25, and then Jason David Frank was $50 for a signature.
But what about that nap time with Izawa?
Oh, that was
That
so
was
nice.
so funny. It was basically just a bunch of pictures around the world of Izawa asleep.
Yeah, like
you know what they say that, but
Coliseum.
Izawa only slept in like the very first episode.
Yeah. The best thing about the con that me and Josh really enjoyed is there were so many Shield Hero cosplayers.
Yeah, there was a lot of Shield Hero stuff in general.
One of the Shield Hero cosplayers actually is Shield lit up, which is like really cool because most of the time just like recreate it without any technical part.
Hey, when y'all go to Anime Fest, I kind of want y'all out on the prowl for us with the. We know there's going to be some good, probably Toy Story stuff.
Yeah.
So probably some good Forky stuff. We want some Forky stuff.
You like Forky that much?
Forky's cool.
With the
Forky's
right
hilarious.
Here.
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to get a picture with Felicia right before we left because that was the first autograph I got, and I didn't take a photo with her.
Oh,
yeah. And then from then on, I took a photo with everybody else.
You should have just asked her to be like, "Can I take a photo with you?" And you'd be like, "Can you turn around and you just take a photo with her ass?" Because
it's so huge,
very nice.
She got some curves.
Ooh, that's a cute white girl.
The closing ceremony was hilarious. The Cole
Reed.
It
was so funny.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was. And it just sucked. I was having a little bit of some problems, and I had to step out for a second.
You know, you missed like one of the funniest parts.
Well,
too.
that was Texas Crown. I'm telling you, it's Texas Crown.
Maybe you should stop drinking midday.
No, the cool thing with Christopher Wilcap is his little metal prints that he was selling. He actually had a license from Funimation to sell the actual screenshots of the anime. I guess they weren't selling too well because I'm assuming that everybody thought that the prints were pretty expensive, but they were only like $15 for the smaller ones.
Yeah, when you told me about that, I was like, that's really cheap.
Yeah, so he basically gave me a free photo if I bought one of those, and I did.
You should have told me that because I still paid $20 for mine.
That sucks.
It does. That was before you.
I don't know what to think of Christopher Wilcap, though, because sometimes he's a nice guy, and then sometimes he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, did you see the photo difference between the autograph of the Izawa Hero that I got and then the one from last year?
No, I didn't see that.
It's night and day. I posted it on Twitter, and he actually liked the post. I was like, Christopher Wilcap has 2 moods.
Don't want to be here and loving to be here.
Yeah. Morgan Berry's pretty cool because I got 13, her headshot, Dragon Ball Super, and Shield Hero.
See, man, they live for fans like Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know who they don't live for fans like? Edward.
Oh, God. I don't ever want to be an Edward.
That guy just, no. It's really weird because it's like, you have your mega fans like that, and there's only a couple that we know of. He knows about the old guy, and then he knows about Edward, right? Is it Edward or Andrew? No, it's Edward, right?
He changed his name. It used to be Andrew.
So now it's Edward, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, but he wears the same exact cosplay every time.
That trench coat?
Yeah, the trench coat.
Yeah.
And then he carries around the little tote with him, full of posters and everything.
I thought it was a little basket he pushes around.
Yeah, it's a tote basket.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the basket with the wheels on it.
Yeah, like for laundry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that man... Well, who's that old guy? You said he actually has like a Rolodex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... It's weird. He has like a binder where he has like a index in it, or a table of contents, and then he goes to the voice actor, and then he has all the stuff he needs to get signed in there. No, I was like, rip Damian Mills. The first time I ever met that old man, he was getting people's autograph, and then he was like, oh, Damian Mills, and he looks in his book, and he was like, oh, you're not here. And he's like, yeah, Damien was like, I'm relatively new. He's like, oh, nice meeting you. And he just keeps going. I was like, dang, rip.
You can tell that man ain't playing no games. You ain't got no
wrecked.
name. He ain't bothering with you.
Getting wrecked. There was a lot of My Hero people there. We had Invisible Girl, Belly Button, 13.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Overlord people, too.
There was a lot of Overlord art there, too.
Yeah, oof, that's so nice.
So let me tell you about these AKon Plus badges.
Oh.
So...
Were they booty or were they okay?
They were okay. Like, we got into the dealer's room and artist alley 30 minutes early, and also we didn't have to pick up our badges. So, fine and dandy, because we got it for free, because it was consultation to everybody that had bought... it was given to everybody that bought tickets before the venue change.
Well, the venue changed halfway through the year, right? So 6 months in, they changed it.
Yeah. So... They gave everybody those. It would normally be like $25 extra. But there's one thing that I didn't know it came with that really sold it. We got a gift bag.
Okay.
So it came with a shirt. So mine was a red print of the Kristen McGuire AKon shirt from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Best. Wonderful. Love it. Randy got a blue AKon shirt with the original like AKon logo, like the old school one. And then we each got a scouter. We each got a little minifigure. She got Mega Man, and I forgot what I got. And then it also came with AKon pins in it.
Right.
Ooh.
So I was like, oh.
Yeah, when you wore that AKon shirt, though, because that's not in your color palette to wear, for one.
I don't really wear red.
He does not. And when I saw him, and I was like, what is that?
Boy, what is that?
It's like you don't wear red or very much like green. I don't really ever see even green, other than if it's like a Game Theory, but that's like with black on it.
Yeah. My Game Theory stuff is greenish, or it has spots of green in it.
Yeah, but not like a solid green shirt.
It's about that time to end the show. We didn't get a lot of response on the Omegle. Why do I have a purple butthole? But that's fine. Sometimes you can't trust strangers to give you advice. So let me wind this back all the way back a few episodes ago to episode 14 of the sweep, Toxic Relationships, where we did a poll of who you wanted to enter the sweep Hall of Fame, and I forgot about it for like 3 episodes. So it's time to finally reveal. So Dedicated will be entering the sweep Hall of Fame. She got 3 votes. Morgan Berry got 1 vote. Kyle Hebert got 1 vote, Beaches got 1 vote, and Jeremy Inman, which is Android 16, got no votes, and WTF Sexy Headphones got no votes. So,
I don't vote for
a few episodes later, Dedicated is entering the Sweep Hall of Fame with the likes of Jack Off Mozzarella himself. So let's do a call out real quick.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Wow, that ass is amazing. Bruh!
So I am going to call out the one tough nerd.
Is he tough though?
He doesn't look it. He looking pretty soft, I must say.
I feel like y'all roasting me.
Yeah, is he on that Ghetto Kaiba soft?
Yeah. This boy looking like JonTron wannabe. Like, yeah, he looks like he's trying to cosplay as JonTron. So he has 54 subscribers. Boy, get out of here. We did recently post a video about the Vic Mignogna controversy and the victims and got 170 views on that. So good job, because every other single video he has like 7 views. He talked about Sword Art Online.
It's okay. The anime's good. Game's trash.
The anime's good only like the first... I personally like the first season. I had problems with the second season. I have not watched the other ones.
Sword Art Online 2, I think that goes into a different world. And that's good. It was good.
He has a video where he talks about Boruto ending after only 102 episodes, and he got 312 views, but I just realized that was a year ago. Oof. So I guess he's not very active.
Well, it sounded like he had some good steam going on there, and he should have kept up with it.
Yeah, some people don't do that. 10,000 subscribers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. And then people just are like, oh, I don't want to make videos no more. Like, why would you lose that?
I don't know. Some people just don't. We're small timers, so, there might be more to it than you think.
It looks like his first video was he reviewed Death Note on Netflix for a whole 25 views a year ago.
Damn.
Like, which Death Note? Like, the live reenactment? Or, like...
I just said on Netflix.
There's a live reenaction on Netflix.
The Netflix original Death Note.
It's not a Netflix original Death Note. There's just Death Note.
It's a Netflix original film.
Death Note is not an original Netflix film.
It is.
It is.
Death Note 2018 is Netflix original.
The Netflix adaptation. Are you talking about the actual anime?
I'm talking about the Netflix original film, Death Note.
Okay, so the Netflix adaptation.
So you reviewed the Netflix original film, Death Note?
The Netflix adaptation of Death Note.
Oh boy. Well, this was fun, everybody. Arigato gozaimasu. Have einen guten Tag. Tu madre es pollo.
Goodbye.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode. Please check out our other podcasts on the channel, such as The Knot, where we have bite-sized topics and conversations that anyone can enjoy. There's more to come, so subscribe and ring the bell. We don't want you missing out on any future content. Now, if you can excuse us, your mum is changing upstairs. We'll see you next time here on the Sweet Podcast, and only on YouTube.